What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Soccer Junkie, and today I'm bringing you yet another Premier League transfer news roundup. Now, we start off with Everton, who are making a big statement by signing Romelu Lukaku on a permanent deal from Chelsea for a reported fee of £28 million. Now, a brilliant move on Everton's part. I think Roberto Martinez finally got his man on a permanent basis. He can now rest easy and know that he has the striker that he needs to play his style of football. Great signing by Everton. Now, in terms of the fee, I know it's kind of hefty. It's definitely, it shattered the club's record fee, previous club's record fee. But, I think Romelu Lukaku is well worth the money, and he will repay him big time in the future. Now, last season, he was able to score 15 goals on 29 Premier League appearances, and this year, I think he's bound to have an even bigger season for Everton, unless he has an injury, but I don't think he will, or at least I hope he doesn't. But I'm thinking he's going to score from anywhere from 18 to 25 goals this season, maybe even more. Who knows? I hope he does well. I really want to see him succeed. He was definitely one of my favorite young players to watch from last season. Now, where does this move leave Chelsea? I know they've signed Diego Costa and they brought back Drogba, but I think they really missed out on a great opportunity to have Drogba come in, teach Romelu Lukaku a few things about the game of football, the game of soccer, but instead they opted to sell the guy right now. I think it's a wrong move on Jose Mourinho's part. I'm not sure how much say he had in this transfer. I'm thinking a lot, because he simply, he didn't have him last year in the club. He loaned him out. Really, ever since Lukaku got to Chelsea, he never actually played for Chelsea all that much. I think, if at all. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I think Chelsea really messed up here. Sorry about that. I think they should have kept him. They should have had Diego Costa and Drogba teaching the guy, showing him the ropes, showing him what he can really be or become as a player. He got a lot of potential, and he will be, in my opinion, one of the best strikers in the future. Not right now, but probably in 3-4 years, when he'll reach his sort of start his peak years. He's going to be really good. Now, moving on to Arsenal, who are reportedly really close to signing William Carvalho from Sporting Lisbon, a very good box-to-box midfielder. He can definitely help out Arsenal in their midfield search for that holding midfielder position. Even though he's not necessarily a holding midfielder, he's more of a, like I said, box-to-box midfielder. But it would be a good signing. The guy's young, got a lot of potential, and he's strong, man. Have you seen him at the World Cup for Portugal? I mean, when he came on, you could really feel his presence. The guy's like big, awesome. We'll see what happens there. They're still, I think, interested in Chilean, but those sort of talks have been cooled down, and I don't know what's going to happen there, to be honest. Now, moving on to Manchester United. Yes, my beloved Manchester United. Reports came out of Italy recently saying that apparently Arturo Vidal has already agreed verbally to come to Manchester United. Now, honestly, I don't know what really is all this fuss is about, to be honest, because Juventus said, hey, we're not selling the guy. We don't have no intentions of selling him. Yet, apparently he already agreed verbally to contact at Manchester United. Yeah, I really want this saga to finally be over, to no longer watch the news and be like, God damn it, where are we going to sign Arturo Vidal, I really want him at the club, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Just don't let this, go on, giving me hope, and then at the end, not signing the guy. I would really hate that. Either sign him or don't sign him. Come on, man. Ugh. Anyways, now about players leaving the club. Apparently, Javier Hernandez is really in the transfer rumors right now. Apparently, Diego Simeone, Atletico Madrid coach, really wants him to play for his team. Although I must say, when he was asked, hey, what do you think of Javier Hernandez? He was like, oh, I like him, and I think I want more players like him at my club. So I don't know, but obviously he does like the guy, and maybe Javier Hernandez will join Atletico Madrid. I think Louis van Gaal should really let him go. He really needs some playing time. He needs to play for the first team. Last year under David Moyes, he was pretty much never used. I mean, we all know David Moyes had no idea what he was doing at Man United last year, but still, Javier Hernandez deserves to be playing first team football, whether it's at United or somewhere else. Most likely somewhere else, because playing at United is going to be difficult. You know, we got Van Persie, we got Rooney, and besides we have, you know, James Wilson coming up, Lawrence, Zaha. I think for Louis van Gaal, it would be a good move to let him go, let him flourish somewhere else. He really needs to play. Heck, he lost his starting spot for Mexico. Come on, man. Let him go. Even though as much as I hate it, but I think we should let him go so he can develop into a player that he's supposed to be. Now, also, this is kind of an off base. It's not really transfer news per se, but Glazer family are reportedly selling around 8 million shares with the reduced voting rights or whatever on a New York stock market, and this will bring them about $150 million. This kind of moves, you know, they really piss me off, to be honest. This is totally a money grab situation. They saw the stock rise from 14 whatever dollars to close to 9, I think at 19.21 or something like that. So hey, you know, they wanted to make some money, and I think they made approximately 150 million. So, but you know, instead of spending that money on the club, on the transfers, on whatever, they're actually gonna keep the money to themselves. I mean, typical. Really saddens me to see this happen, but you know, this is what kind of we come accustomed to seeing now. You know, I'm not comparing the situation to Southampton, where simply selling players left and right, but this is a little bit different, where the family just wants more money. You know, they're like, oh, we can make some money here because our stock price rate rose this much. Hey, let's make some money, you know, to feed our pockets. Really, I wanted to see this money spent on the player development, on academy, you know, or even buying new players, but instead it's going to go straight to their pocket, whatever. Anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you for all your support so far. Really appreciate it, guys, and peace.